We are here in our pregame show visiting with the Griffins' 26-year head coach, Rick Hall, as we get set for tonight's very important PSAC match between the Griffins with only 4 conference losses and the Vulcans with only 4 conference losses. And joining me here at courtside, Coach Hall. Coach Hall, last Saturday you dropped your first home match of the year against the number 1 team in the conference, Clarion 3-0. Talk a little bit about what your team needs to do better tonight against Cal than what you're able to do on Saturday here at home against Clarion.
Well, we talked about it and we know what we need to do. We need to be able to finish. We're getting up 6 and 8. We were up 8 times on Clarion in the 3 sets, and we let them back in it by more than 3 points. So we need to be able to finish and continue that on. Hopefully, remnants of our last Cal match when we were up 2-0 in sets, and we couldn't finish there either. So that is what we are really concentrating on tonight.
So you talk about being able to finish. Do you think that just that mental awareness of not letting your foot off the pedal against the pedigree teams in this league, Clarion and Cal, is what we're talking about in terms of being able to finish? You cannot let up, as we know, against Cal, because they're going to fight you to the end.
Yeah, but it's not only letting up, it's execution. If you got some kids out there that are missing by a step, or they're spectating and not participating in a play, then you're in trouble, because this is the upper echelon of the volleyball in this area, and you can't take a play off. And when you do, it hurts.
And, of course, you mentioned that match back on September 28th. You're up 2-0. When I heard about that, I thought for sure victory was coming, and then later on the next day it said that there was a 3-2 loss. That has to be maybe one of your most difficult losses this season.
Yeah, that's one that's over the hill. It's done with. So we talked about it. We tried to rectify the things that we did wrong, and we don't talk about those anymore. Those are over and done with. We can't do anything about them. We want to move on to these next matches.
Let's talk about California. Had a chance to talk with their head coach, Peter Latorno, before the match. He's got a couple of his players that are either ill or injured, not out tonight, but he says he's not forfeiting.
Well, I don't know about that. They got a good squad. I mean, we match up almost exactly. And if he has a couple kids out, I feel for him. Right now, I'd say we're pretty healthy, probably the healthiest we've been this year.
Talk a little bit about your 2 big players, and Karinga Hagan and Shelby Kylo, 1 and 2 in a lot of the team overall statistics. Let's talk a little bit about how they've been playing and what you'll need from them tonight in that front row.
Well, I think you're going to see a lot of triple blocking in the middle. I think you'll see double and triple blocking from Cal in our middle. So we're going to move the ball around, run a lot of fakes, a lot of multiple sets, and see if we can't isolate some of our outsides, since our middles are taking the 2 blockers.
One of the things I like to see during a volleyball match is when one team is running a lot of double quicks. I watched that recently in a big high school match, and it was very effective offensively. Is that something that's a part of your team's arsenal?
Well, I think everybody runs a double quick. The only problem with that at this level is you're bringing the blockers inside. And when you bring both blockers inside, you're going to have a one-on-one no matter what, maybe a two-on-one. So more like a 31-1 or a 31 slide are what we're looking to do to change it up a little bit.
Let's talk a little about the importance of this match. After tonight, there's only 4 PSAC games left. So we're getting down to the short strokes. The top 4 teams, and I would say the way Mercier's been playing lately, they're making a push for be one of the top 4. Your assessment on what it's going to take the rest of the way to get right back in the PSAC tournament for your 2nd year in a row?
Well, this will go a long way tonight. This will go a tremendously long way because they beat us the last time. You just got to win. There's no easy matches. We have Mercyhurst and Gannon here. We got to go to Slippery Rock in Edinburgh, and we have this match here. So we'll take it one step at a time, but I really, really think that this is a very important match. However, it's not the end of the world.
You know, and your kids need to know that, but certainly you would like to get that first ever victory in PSAC play against Cal. Couldn't come in a more opportune time than here tonight at the McKenna Center.
Yeah, they seem to be eluding me, eluding the team here, whether it's Clarion, Cal, or Gannon, actually. Well, we had them last year, so it doesn't matter. But Clarion and Cal have been our nemesis, so hopefully we can change that tonight.
It's a Dig Pink night. Talk a little bit about what the program is all about, and isn't it wonderful to see your girls trying to help raise funds for the breast cancer awareness?
Yeah, all the funds that we raise, including selling the T-shirts and things like that, go to breast cancer awareness. Our student government, the Rob Zullo, and our athletic director, Chris Snyder, they're all involved, and we try to get as much going as we can and as much money as we can to them, and every little bit helps, so we like to do it.
Last question for you. I'd like to ask you about the two freshmen that have gotten some quality playing time this year. In the back row, Courtney Oberlander from up in District 10 territory at Fort LaBeouf, and then Maggie Murray, a young lady, the heir apparent at setter it would appear, and also on the right side. She's from Erie McDowell. How have those two freshmen been developing at this stage?
They're freshmen. They're freshmen, and the tougher the match, the tougher it is for a freshman. You might see them a little bit tonight. Probably see Courtney in the back row, but it doesn't. We have kids, we have upperclassmen that can do the same thing. However, there's no experience is the best thing.
Okay. Well, let's hope the experience tonight ends with our first ever victory over the Vulcans, and thanks for the visit and good luck.
All right, thanks, John. I appreciate it.
That's head coach Rick Hall of the Seton Hill University Griffins. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more of our pre-match show. You're watching Seton Hill University Women's Volleyball live on the Westmoreland Sports Network.